we all know ponies are stupid. But Malcolm, he's a whole nother level of stupid. He uploaded a video of his mom getting plowed in the background while he sits with his stupid stuffed monkey holding a copy of Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4. My God, that was fucking cringe. My dude, that was sad. But with that said, apparently I have found the computer he has. It's apparently this one right here. Granted, I don't know for certain, and he'll probably never ever let us know, because if he did, we will laugh at it. And more than likely what Fritz said is probably also true. Even though I found a computer that looks just like it, he most likely got it off Walmart. So he's a Walmart gamer. He's too stupid to even custom build it. But again, he's a pony. What do you expect? Especially a pony that uploaded a video of his mom getting plowed in the background while he has a stuffed monkey holding a copy of Spider-Man for the PlayStation 4. Fucking sad. My God, you are a pathetic pony. So, with that said, let's see who has the superior computer. Now, obviously it's going to be me, because first off, my main rig, my secondary rig, and my very nice, very expensive MSI gaming laptop that pisses off Oh No It's Alex every single time I mention I bought a $2,000 gaming laptop. So, with that said, let's see who has the superior hardware. Spoiler alert, it's gonna be me. Cause either way, one of these computers, if not all my computers, are far superior to Malcolm's. And just like in the previous video, he didn't upload anything. And Lord knows when it comes to this video, he's not going to do a response video because he's too stupid. He doesn't know how to set up MSI Afterburner. He doesn't know how to properly screen record or screen capture. Granted, I'm using my cell phone, but it's a tad bit more professional than him because I'm not doing this constantly. And before I completely forget, I need to get the system specs. My main rig is a Ryzen 5 5600G, 16 gigs of RAM, and an RX 6600 XT. It's a decent mid-tier, and surprisingly enough, my laptop is actually better. Honestly, I'm quite impressed Malcolm didn't end up getting one of those Dell Garmin custom computers you see on Amazon from time to time. Those weird, ugly, RGB infested custom piles of crap. But yeah, with that said, this is a Dell Optiplex, but that in name alone, inside this computer, it is rocking quite a bit of power for a secondary system. It has a 3rd gen i5, I can't remember the proper SKU, but I know it's an i5, 4 core, 4 threads, 8 gigs of RAM, and RX 580. For secondary use, it's more than sufficient. It runs Sims completely fine maxed out. It runs Forza fine at 1080p medium. It runs Sea of Thieves at 1080p medium. I get 60 locked all the time. It should theoretically run Spider-Man, but I don't know for certain because I don't care for Spider-Man, and this will be the first time me trying Spider-Man on this computer in the first place. With that said, I doubt Malcolm even has the balls to try and take up this challenge because, as the previous video, he didn't do anything about it. He ain't do anything about this one neither. And of course, last is my very expensive gaming laptop. Now, I've only had this thing for like a month or two, so I'm still learning the actual specs. But I know this thing is packing power. And compared to my desktop, this thing's actually better. So let's go to here. And here are specs for my laptop. A RTX 3070 Ti is a laptop variant, but still. And a Core i9 12900H. This thing is packing a wallop of power. And when it comes to VR for my gaming and whatnot, this thing's actually better than my main desktop. And of course, look at all those cores. Oh yeah, Malcolm, I completely forgot. I can do VR. You can't. Now the VR kit I have is a dev kit, so I don't have those hand controls and whatnot. But for the VR games I play, this dev kit is more than sufficient. Especially considering it only cost me $75. And it came with everything in the box, which makes it even better. I will throw in one more computer just to have the laughs. A Dell Optiplex small form factor 3050. This has a dual core Pentium, 8 gigs of RAM, and a GT 1030. Even I think this is better than his computer. Before I end off this video, I do want to apologize for that weird popping you're hearing in my video. I have no idea why it's doing that. I'm thinking my iPhone I'm using is on the way out. With that said, it's the next day. I got myself a good night's sleep. Let's get this video done and over with. So, with that said, here is Malcolm's worst nightmare, Spider-Man, for the PlayStation, running on 3 computers. So, with that said, let's start them all up. Apparently my main desktop is busted yet again. Alright, I think I need to Control-Delete. Go figure with AMD. You need Control-Alt-Delete to fire up Spider-Man. God, I can't wait to swap over to Intel in the video on my main rig. Alright. And we're just waiting on the old sleeper build. It's going to take a little while because I have Spider-Man installed on a spool drive instead of a solid state. But hey, I get to emulate what it's like to be a PlayStation owner. There it goes. Alright, so frame rates go as for my secondary rig. It tries to get 60 FPS, and when I move around the camera, it's definitely not the most stable, but it's reasonable. My main rig right here, around 100 or so FPS. It dips, but doesn't go past 60. And then my laptop, which is on battery power, 50 or so FPS, and when I spool around like so, it dips into the 40s. Alright, so for the settings, let's start off with the laptop. $1080p, everything maxed, including ray tracing turned on. My desktop, 1440p, everything maxed, ray tracing turned off instead of on like on my laptop here. I think I said it was turned off on the laptop. If I did, sorry, I am stupid. Now my secondary, (1080p) PlayStation settings, ray tracing obviously grayed out because I have an RX 580 and not something that is capable of doing ray tracing in my secondary. So, with that said, once this motorcycle goes away, let's go back to the laptop here. Give me a second, let me first exit out of this. So, one thing I forgot to mention when it comes to my laptop, I'm running it on battery power. Let's plug it into the wall. Grab the old power cable. Plug it into the old laptop so I can figure out where the hole is. And with it plugged into wall power and getting full power, I'm getting about what, 70 or so FPS, and when I scroll around, it does not go past 60 FPS. Now that said, obviously that's with ray tracing turned on. Let's turn off ray tracing and see what the frame rate's like then. Ray tracing off. Back. And with ray tracing turned off, 140 or so FPS, give or take. And it doesn't even dip past 100. So why would anyone want to use ray tracing when you literally lose frame rate? Now with that said, this is a very expensive high-end gaming laptop. So let's turn ray tracing on my main rig. Give it a little bit. My desktop's a little slow. And with ray tracing turned on, the frame rate is not playable on my desktop worth a stink. But then again, that's to be expected because my main desktop has AMD's first gen ray tracing card, while this laptop right here has NVIDIA's second generation ray tracing card. So obviously my laptop is going to be superior in basically every single way possible, especially when it comes to, like I said before, VR gaming. Obviously I'm not going to show any of that off in this video because this is on Spider-Man and I just want to piss off Malcolm or watch him cry or whatever. So with that said, there is one other computer I forgot to show, and that is that little Dell Optiplex small form factor. So let me get that thing set up and we'll finish this video off. There is something I completely forgot when it comes to this Optiplex right here. It's running Windows 7. Now since I'm using this as an actual storage server for all my crap and whatnot, I want a more stable OS, and that's why I have Windows 7 on it. I don't think Spider-Man will actually launch on Windows 7, but I can at least try. Yeah, I just looked up the requirements for Spider-Man. It needs Windows 10 minimum, so I'll exclude the Dell Optiplex. I just wanted to use it because it has a potato card and whatnot, a potato processor. But I don't feel like downgrading this thing to Windows 10 just to make a video for crapamum. So with that said, again, I want to apologize for the weird popping noises you're hearing in this video. I have no idea why they're doing that. I think the next time I actually do a video like this, I'm going to use a different phone.